He was barefoot on the gravel, red sky bleeding into rust. Said he once saw God in a rail car mirror. She lit a match to memory, held it like a cigarette. You can't outrun guilt, she said without regret. They met by the station, late September dusk, old map folded tight in her coat, both chasing different ghosts, they never spoke. Her ex beneath the dust still whisper names in the wind. Truth don't ride on silver rails, it hides where dreams begin. He whispered, you still think we got a shot? She laughed at what redemption? We're just getting caught, silence louder than a train. Her boots tapped to rhythm, slow, unsure. He counted scars between her words. No destination, just the need to move. Our tracks beneath the dust still whisper names in the wind. Time don't heal what wheels don't mend. She walked west into sunset blaze. He stayed watching her silhouette fade. One last note played soft from a rusty piano as the sky turned gray. I kept a box of yesterdays underneath my father's coat, each envelope addressed but sealed with doubt. Your name written trembling ink, return address a lie, postmarked dreams I couldn't send to sky. Sometimes I'd stand by the mailbox, hard like a ticking fuse. Wind carried your voice, or maybe just the news. if I wrote the truth. No edits, no God. A hush return, more honest than reply. I burn the pages one by one, ash curl like old regret, but your name still floats behind closed eyes. I never found the courage to stamp what I should have screamed, but the fire knew your story, and the silence read my dreams.
He walked in with a matchbook smile, coat soaked in July rain. Said it came from nowhere worth the name. Ordered coffee, black like sin. Eyes scanned the diner wall, like every crack told him who to blame. The man with the matchbook never struck a flame, but every word he whispered felt like it could maim. He asked if I knew silence, like a friend who left too soon. I nodded, not sure what to say. Said he'd seen the end of something in the eyes of a passing train. Swore the future ain't got room for name. You ever light a match? He leaned in close just to see what you destroy the most. Then he laughed like a loaded gun. The man with the matchbook left nothing but a seat, still warm from truth and fiction that he dropped beneath his feet. The door swung wide but no bell rang, just wind and afterthought and a whisper that stayed in my coat.
I saw the smoke curl up that day behind the feed store fence. Knew something more than brush was burning. Sheriff's Ford was halfway sunk in gravel off the road, but no one said a word, they just kept churning. Smoke on county line, don't ask, don't look, just drive. Some stories stay unwritten to keep the living alive. Your name through gasoline scrawled on the wall of that shed. You don't know what he's capable of, someone said. I remember your lighter red with the chip gold flame. You smiled like sin when you said my name. Smoke on county line, some fires never die. Ashes whisper louder when justice turns its eye. What you see, they asked. I said nothing but smoke and sky, and I meant every word except the lie. The flame still burns in memory's barn, but the match, it's gone, and the road keeps moving on. that porch light still burning. Through every year you stayed gone, Mama never turned it off, even when the nights felt too long. She'd sit in her rocker, humming that gospel tune, waiting for boots that never return by noon. Rain would pound the tin roof, but she'd still call your name, as if echoes might bring you back again. I told you, she said one night, love doesn't quit when bodies do. Then looked at me and saw straight through. I see you now in photographs, that smile you never meant, ghost of you still sitting by the fence. That porch light still glowing like a fire we never touched. If love could walk, it'd come home covered in dust. So I leave it on to for someone I once knew, and maybe for myself. She stirred her whiskey with a pen. He watched the news roll in. No one talked but the jukebox buzzing thin. They never asked for names, just traded stories like smokes, truth and lies in every puff they spoke. You ever leave a town that begged you to stay? Only when the silence got too loud, their smiles cracked but stayed proud. At the bar at 4 a.m., even ghosts feel right at home. The broken find company where the lonely tend roam. No last names, no future plan, just clinks and glances shared, and a tip left under silence spared. At the bar at 4 a.m., even ghosts feel right at home. The broken find company where the lonely tend roam. No last names, no future plans, just clinks and glances shared, and a tip left under silence spared. At the bar at 4 a.m., it's where truth and lies slow dance, and strangers part as mirrors never look again. Never look again.
Clock above the gas pump stopped a 1/4 goodbye. Same time you left this town, bone dry. Every motel neon blinked like a failing second chance, and I kept driving without a plan. Dead clock, open road, no hands to point me home, just echoes in the rear view and sins I've left unknown. The diner's still serving coffee to folks too tired to dream, and I wonder if I'm one of them unseen. I mailed a postcard to your old name, wrote sorry in the lines, stamped it with a ghost from better times. Do you remember me? I asked the wind last fall. It answered with nothing, just leaves and all. Dead clock, open road, both tell the same old tale. You're left with all the color, and I kept driving pale. And now I play your song through static haze and light a match for love I couldn't hold.
12 still smells like memory. Smoke and distant storms. She left a key taped to the mirror frame. The register's got her scribbled name beside an alias she wore, like a code stitched out of blame. Clerk says she checked in alone, but I saw two sets of prints. One said deep, the other hesitant. We both knew there was only half the mess. Came looking, said the woman at the desk. Not for her I lied, just old regrets. We both knew that was only half the mess. The vending light still flickers, casting shadows on my shoes. I waited till dawn, then faced the news. You slid in the passenger seat like a secret I hadn't told you. Eyes fixed ahead, but your silence was loud. I asked if you wanted the window cracked, you just nodded and lit a smoke. Ashes fell like words we both revoked. The road ain't long enough to outrun the things we said, and sometimes sorry feels like a song that never gets read. You pointed at the turn I missed, didn't speak a thing at all. I knew you remembered every fault, every fall. Stopped at a diner at Neon Buzz. You said same booth like we were fine. I smiled, but the lie sat in my spine. The road ain't straight enough to carry all that weight, but I drove us through forgiveness, even if it came too late. If I hadn't left, you whispered near the gear shift, would you still be here driving ghosts into the mist? I said nothing. The answer was kiss shade. We parked parked on the edge of memory's field. You touched my hand like time could yield, then faded back to the dark, while I stayed parked with the mark. Buried beneath exit 9, where the gravel don't forget, there's a name carved in a bottle cap and a map I still regret. He said, meet me by the sandwich, where the cornfield used to bend. That was July, and I ain't seen him since then. I drove there in the silence, a shovel in the back. There's some truths you carry deeper than the dirt beneath the tracks. You sure you wanna know? He once asked, with a flick of his burnt down light. I've been forgetting things to survive the night. Found a flask beside the oak tree and a note with just my name. Read, you were never meant to stay the same. Buried beneath exit 9, where the stories go to hide. I left more than tracks that day. I left the man I was inside.